go. Hello and welcome back to my podcast. This time, my guest is one of my best friends, and I can't believe the story how we met. But that's a story for a later time. I'm really grateful to be your friend, honestly. I would like you to introduce yourself in just a few minutes, and then we will get into the questions. So if you could introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Istvan. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Miskolc, same city as Bence. And currently I'm living in Budapest. I just finished my studies at a university.
Which one?
It is called Budapest Business School, and the faculty I was in finance and accounting, but my major was business information technology.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. If you could, all right, let's get into it. Why did you choose to go to the capital to study instead of staying in Miskolc?
I wanted to go to the capital because I think there are more opportunities there, and I really love Budapest. Like truly, I like being here, and Miskolc felt a little bit distant from me even when I was there. I just wanted to experience something new, and that's all. Yeah.
Okay. And once you finish high school, why did you decide to go to university to study instead of maybe learn a skill or work?
I always wanted to go to university. It was never a doubt for me.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to study IT, information technology, and at university you can get the best of it. For a start, I mean, of course there are a lot of good online courses and stuff, but for the basics, it's good to have a university degree, and most of the companies, especially multinational companies, they require at least bachelor degree for you to go and work.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why.
So why did you choose the IT sector then?
Well, I've always been interested in computers and how do they work, how do programs work, and I always like a geek guy, and I know like in the IT sector there are a lot of money in it. Yeah, and also of course.
Big factor.
Yeah, it's a big factor, and a lot of opportunities. It's okay, the money also, and the also about the opportunities, because other sectors, let's say business sector is also full of opportunities as well, but it's almost it's harder to get a job. It's harder to get a job for yourself, what suits you. And in IT sector, especially in Hungary, but I think it's common worldwide, or in Europe at least, that a lot of employees are missing, and it would need more employees.
So you're saying there are not enough IT employees?
Yeah.
So
not
there
enough.
are loads of unfilled jobs.
Well, yeah, not enough good IT employees, not enough good developers, because it requires special skills, special special understand of languages and technologies, and you have to learn and experience a lot, and so that's why it's hard to get in and hard to get hard to be good at it.
Are you going to get further education?
Sorry?
Are you going to get any further education, like the PhD or?
You mean masters?
Yeah.
Well, I've been thinking about it. Currently, I'm not planning it. Well, if I go, then I will definitely go somewhere in Europe. So I want to experience it in a foreign country, taught in English, maybe. There are, as I looked for it, there are a lot of opportunities in Germany to study in English, and also Denmark, the Netherlands. So if I go, then I will go somewhere there.
Well, not in the UK.
Well,
no longer in Europe. At least not in the Union.
I don't know. I never thought about going to the UK to study or work. I mean, London is nice, but for living there and study, like, okay, the UK is not just about London, but I don't know.
That's fair. All the stuff what matters is.
Yeah, I didn't like that much of the UK to live there.
That's a shame.
Yeah, sorry, Bence.
So, are you thinking about working in Hungary or moving abroad?
For several years, yeah. For the, I don't know, 1-2 years to get experience, because like a lot of people in this sector say that if you want to go abroad, then get experience at home, and you can go there while you are an expert, or at least better at your work, like a senior level.
So you have more experience.
Yes, of course.
Probably IT, as you go up the ladder, it becomes more difficult to get a job, or that's why I reckon.
Yeah.
Like because senior people know what they do, and I think it's a lot harder to find senior people than, like, let's say, junior.
Yes, and also senior people, like they need to have a large understand of the field they work in, and they don't just work for their own. They usually have a team, per team, or like they have to manage, and they have to understand everything there, and they have to know if there are errors, and if there are errors, how to fix them. Yeah. So it's a big job.
Yeah. What did you think about the whole university experience? What I mean by that is, what do you think about the quality of the education in Hungary? What about all the professors, teachers? What about your schoolmates? And if you could share some other experiences while you were at university.
Well, my university is a business school. It's a business university. It focuses on business lectures and courses, mainly. And there is my my major. It's a little bit different than the others. Well, I think I can only speak of my university because I don't know how the others work. I've never
No,
studied there.
just yeah, what you can relate to, really.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah.
My university is famous for their practical courses. We have a lot of projects and like in group projects where you have to work with others. It is because they try to simulate real work experiences that you have to get a team. Once I had like a course or class where you have to make a team and one was a leader of the team, like a manager, and the other, and actually I was the manager, and and I gave them what to work on, what to accomplish, and then in the end I was preparing everything and put it together and make the whole project, our work in a in one place. So we made a we
Well,
made
did you like compile it or?
Well, we made a PowerPoint presentation about what we did. It was
So what did you do?
It was a business process management stuff. We had a process that we had to optimize and get the bad stuff out and optimize in a way we think it would be good and efficient.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yes.
This sounds nice that this university teaches more about the practical rather than the theoretical, because like what I think nowadays you don't really need that much theoretical stuff because you can just look it up online. But like what you really need is how to do your job and be prepared when you get out onto the open job market. So you will have more success than those people who, let's say, their school talk more about the theoretical stuff, not about the practical.
Yeah, it actually depends what you will work. Well, classic university, as you talk about the theoretical knowledge that you gain there, it's more like for research, to work in universities and other research centers of the government, and they need the theoretical knowledge there. They have to research new stuff. I don't know any specific because I was never interested in this field, but my university is not perfect in practical courses, of course. I experienced a lot of bad stuff, a lot of bad processes that they make, and I could imagine a better way to teach as well. But in Hungary, I think that's the most that you can get from this kind of education, practical education. On the other hand, I was lucky enough to go to on Erasmus a semester to Germany. I studied in Ulm. It's a it's a medium city between Munich and Stuttgart. I studied there logistics. I had logistics courses. We had international classmates from all over the world, and it was I didn't have that much class. I had like maybe 5 class that semester and German language classes. But what I experienced, I almost forgot everything I learned.
I was learning German for 5 years. I don't remember a thing at all.
Yeah, that's because I didn't use it after I came back. I used it, in the grocery store or to get something, or ask for help, and that's all I used the German. But it was a fine semester. I made a lot of friends there, especially Finnish friends.
Mm.
If you are watching this, yeah, hi.
Hope it does. Yeah. Shout
Yeah,
out.
yeah, and but anyways, what I wanted to say is that university was more practical than mine. I really liked how they handle group project works, and I had only one what is it no
Describe it.
a theoretical class. Yes, that's what I wanted.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I had to study for it. Like, I had to study a lot of pages, like, I don't know, several hundreds of pages, but that was all. Right? The other lectures were about the practical stuff, and it was really cool. It was really cool.
So what do you think about, I mean, it sounds like fun, what you had in Germany, and I'm sure you had quite a lot of experience, and I'm sure it was beneficial for your growth, What I want to ask is, what do you think about the Hungarian education system?
Like higher education system.
Yeah, I'm not interested in specifically in, like, primary school, but like, yeah, what do you think about higher education? Is it handled good enough, or do you reckon there's room for improvement?
It needs a lot of improvements, yes. And I don't see the government wants to help this situation. They really focusing on other fields of education, which is not bad, but
Football. Sports.
No, I mean education, like
Plumber.
Hmm?
A plumber.
Yeah. Which is cool, but they don't appreciate classic universities in a way that it should be appreciated, and a lot of fields are I don't know.
Useless.
Useless. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know the name in English, but there are some.
Describe if you can.
Yeah, where you I don't know what you study there. Like English or Hungarian, about literature, and they read a lot.
All right. So it's like an alibi class. You just go there to have fun at university.
Well, I don't say that, because it's good that you improve. You definitely improve yourself, but I think most of
But
them
you're not
most of them will
employable.
go most of them will go to McDonald's and other places to work, and it's a shame, because
Yeah.
they waste
Waste of
their
resources.
they waste their talents,
Yeah.
maybe.
And time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And time.
I think most of them are for people who haven't got their shit figured out, so they just they just choose one of these useless classes or disciplines, and then decide, now I'm going to go there, figure out what do I want to do, but while I'm there, I'm going to have fun. I think that's the mentality, why these are so popular. But yeah, I feel sorry for these people, because if you haven't got your shit together, you're just wasting your time, really, I think. And it's once you finish university, you realize, man, I'm unemployable. Like, I won't find a job, like a meaningful, well-paid job with this degree. I think that's not good.
No, but maybe they will find something else. They find themselves what they want to learn afterwards, what they want to work, or what kind of field. Maybe it's a completely different field. Maybe they want to be, I don't know, doctor, or just an example.
Yeah.
Just
So, what about your professors? Do you reckon your professors were up to the task? Were they good enough? Were they explaining everything as the best they could? And do you think they're on the same level as, let's say, some other foreign countries?
definitely not. Most of them were not.
So would you say that they are like behind a few years in?
Yeah, there are a lot of teachers and lecturers that they don't care about the developing world. They just teach their own stuff. Maybe it was actual like 10 years ago, but it's not actual now. It's not up to date. But there were some good professors, especially those who taught us a lot of taught us how to work in groups and how to how to work together, because that's what matters, I think, in my field as well. And there were some good courses, but I don't say the majority of them were bad, but like 50-50%. So but
Sure,
you can but it's the same, I think, in every university, especially in Hungary, that there are courses that you enjoy, there are courses that you don't, there are courses that you don't need, especially in the first year, because the first 2 semesters usually in every universities are, like there are basic classes like higher math, and well, you can learn how to integrate and other useful stuff. But yeah, these courses are for to make you kick out of university, because if you can't handle it, then you won't graduate there. And also there were statistics and basic business courses, which were good, but you get these courses almost every business studies.
Did you make loads of friends while you were there?
Yeah.
Maybe some people who became your colleagues?
Well, my first year was in a dormitory. I spent my first year there. There I made one of my best friends there. We lived there one year, and he is we went to a lot of parties, and we went to classes together, and we were roommates actually. So we were together the whole time.
That's good stuff.
It was very good, and I also had a lot of friends and future colleagues maybe, but I'm currently working as a software developer, like a Dynamics Nav developer, which is not the field that usually business IT studies teach you development, because if you want to only if you want to be only a software developer, then you choose another field of IT, because business IT is not really about development, the software development.
What is it about then?
It's about, well, most of people will go on in bank sector, and others would go to work as business analyst.
Okay.
They what they do is they translate the business requirements to IT language.
So it's like, do they make algorithms to decide, is this company going to be bankrupt within 3 years, or is this company has huge potential, so we should be investing in it?
Well, not really. They they translate the business requirements for a software, for example, for the developers to understand and to.
But what requirements?
Well, I don't know. I never worked as a business analyst. Like they plan how a software should work. How that specific software should work. They don't make the actual development, but they make its documentary about the planning phase.
So let's say like a bank uses some sort of software like SAP, and these people write on top of SAP to make queries and all sorts of stuff. Okay, right.
Yeah. It's also that, like, data mining and stuff. A lot of people would go there and work as data miners.
Okay, let's. I think that's enough for the university stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Or have you got anything else what you would like to share about your university experience?
Well, I think I talked about it.
Maybe just if you could share, what did you? Because you just finished university, so what was your? I don't know what it's called. It's your thesis about.
Yeah. Well, the thesis, you usually do it while you are on your internship at work, because you have to do a semester of internship. But I already worked there before at that company. So my thesis was about, as I said, I'm working as a Dynamics NAV developer. It's like SAP, but it's for small and medium businesses. So it's a smaller solution for it. I did. What was I wanted to say? Oh yeah, the thesis. It was about barcode scanning system, barcode scanning system development and integrating to Dynamics Nav.
Okay.
So we made a software that is connected to the NAV, but it has a web, but it is a web application, and you can use it on like Android-based with barcode scanners. And the web application is connected to the NAV, and they communicate with each other, and it gets lists of items that is on the document that you have to pick out or just put in the inventory.
So is it just a paper, or did you actually have to code maybe this interface or the whole system?
Yeah. The whole system is the logic is coded in the NAV that I made. All the queries, all the business logic stuff.
What language did you use? C++ or?
No, it's the NAV has a specified language.
Oh, okay.
It's a very specific language. It is called C per AL, probably you didn't hear about it because it's just for NAV.
Okay.
It's a closed framework that Microsoft provide you to code in NAV, and it's about database querying language.
So it's like SQL.
Well, yes, but it's
It's more
not.
scalable
You
or
can, yeah, it's
faster.
more, yeah, you can do more stuff than in SQL, but basically, yeah, and but you can also, it's not that closed. I mean, you can use .NET framework as well in it, and that's how I connected.
So what, did you use Microsoft Visual Studio to get it all set up, or?
Well, no, because as I said, it's a closed framework. It has a closed development environment. But for the web application, I used the .NET ASP.NET framework to make the web application, and yeah, in that field, I'm not very familiar. I had to learn a lot of stuff about it, how this technology works, and how to work with it, because that technology we didn't learn in the university, and I never worked with this technology. It was a totally new area for me, so it was challenging. And yeah, and I'm glad that I got this work, because yeah, this work is actually going to be a product of the company.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's not ready yet, because the resources are set elsewhere. Currently is on hold, this project. But when I will get this back, I will make it a valuable product that we can sell to our customers.
Oh, well done. Well done.
Yeah. It's a big responsibility and stuff.
Yeah. You might be promoted. Oh, demand a promotion, like I got this done for you, man.
Yeah. It would be nice, but currently I'm working as an intern because of my
But
studies.
still.
Well, I'm just finishing my internship.
Okay.
Because
so are you going to be hired as a junior then?
Well, I'm going to start as a junior, but at the company, oh yeah, I didn't talk about my company. So it's a 25 people small. It's a small company. We basically develop solutions for Dynamics NAV, and I work there as an intern because I couldn't do a full-time job while studying at university. And it's like this internship means that you don't have holidays. I mean, you just go there and you get paid by the hours you work. So you can go whenever you want. It's up to you, but then you will get that hour that you worked. And it's much less than for a normal full-time job. Yeah. But now we are negotiating to get to full-time. Well, it hasn't started yet because I just finished university. I just finished my last exam on Thursday. So
it's Sunday today.
Yeah, it's Sunday today.
Yeah, so, just for reference.
Yeah, so it was like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
And so it's still new. I am negotiating with them about the further plan, but I'd like to stay here for a while at least, and then I genuinely don't know what's going to be.
So yeah, well, first of all, I wish you best of luck for getting a proper full-time job. Yeah, make sure you demand a nice salary. But more importantly, do you know what you would like to do in your career? Do you know how you would like to develop it? But what you want to do in maybe 10, 15 years?
Wow. Are you an HR specialist?
No, not really.
Because that's what you get usually, these kind of questions when you
Yeah,
go to
but
a job
these
interview.
questions tell you a lot about the person and about their vision, what they set out for themselves.
Yeah.
Because it's a good question.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think, yeah.
It's a hard question, actually. Wow. I don't really know how or what am I going to work exactly. Probably I'm currently working as a developer, but I don't know if I want to work as a developer for all my life. I don't know yet.
So what would you like to do more? Like be as a I don't know what kind of jobs there are there for you to do, but what is it what you would like to do? Where you find the closest to your heart? Or what's meaningful to you, or where you can maybe make some progress?
Well, I really like to try managing groups of people. Like for example, in IT fields as well. I want to stay in the IT field. Maybe I would like to try how project management works, because a lot of developers like they go to a higher level and they become managers, like they become managing teams of developers, and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I would like to try that, because I really liked the time when I was at university that we were talking about later, not later, like before, that how this managing of groups of people works, and I really like that. So I would like to try it, but not in a close
In the near
future.
future, yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about maybe have you got any plans about starting a business? Because then you would be managing people as well, being a project manager all in one. And like you would have a lot more responsibility, but at least you would have a control over not just your life, but like your career as well.
Yeah, it's a good question. I was thinking about it. Yeah. Actually, my girlfriend is a developer. She graduated as a software engineer last year, and I was thinking about it. Maybe we could do a small business.
You and your girlfriend.
Start off. Yeah.
That's so cute, man. That's so cute. Yeah, I wish you best of luck.
Thanks, but it was just an idea that I could do the business stuff and she could do the dirty stuff. But you understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds nice, because I think couples who work together stay together.
Well, I don't know, but maybe it can be dangerous as well.
Yeah, sure. Oh yeah, definitely. It can certainly have a lot more conflict.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not easy. But I think if you can manage, then I would, I would certainly encourage you to start a business.
Now, currently, I can't really imagine working in the same place as she does. It would be.
But no, it's co-workers.
Yeah.
Then it's just awkward. Like everyone would talk about you. You would be the office couple or whatever.
I don't know, but it would be strange. For now.
Yeah.
Maybe later it changes, but we are only together like 10 months, so it's quite new to talk about it. So we'll see what the future brings and how we develop
Yeah.
How we will think about our future and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's just, it's just random ideas that
Yeah.
we about in some times.
Yeah. Loads of topics left to debate. Okay. Um, what do you think the future of the IT sector is gonna look like?
Hmm.
Not just yours specifically, but how do you think the whole IT sector is going to look like in the future? I mean, it's hard to predict the future, but what do you think? What's more likely?
Well, it's more like I think it's more likely to be about AIs.
Mm-hmm.
It's already happening, and they play a very important role. As you could see, there are a lot of AI-driven cameras in phones, for
Mm-hmm.
example, or AI-driven graphics cards.
Yeah.
The lately RTX technology that NVIDIA worked on, and several other stuff. AIs make the IT world, mm, I think, easier. Of course,
Easier.
yeah. AIs make everyday's life easier, and maybe in the future, AIs will make the IT worlds easier as well because, well, not developing them, but to work with them.
Mm-hmm.
For example, I saw an ad about a product that it is an AI for your IDE. So your probably you can it's a plugin for Visual Studio, and there's a built-in AI that will complete your code lines. That it predicts what you want to write code about, and it really just you know make it easy for you to code.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's like completes your lines of codes because it will it will eventually learn from your style of coding, and
So it doesn't. It just helps you finish the lines of code. It doesn't actually help you formulate and create and do
I
all the stuff for you.
well, of course it can't do all the stuff for you because that would be wow. But
Yeah, it's just hard for me to imagine like how would it work.
no, I don't know. I just saw the ad and
Mm-hmm.
just watched a little video about it.
Is it just a random company or like one of the big ones?
It's just I think it's just a random company. I don't remember the name, but it comes up as an ad several times, and I think it's interesting because in the future there will be definitely be AIs that will code without any human interaction. I think, which can be. I think if it's done under a, how to say it, under human control,
Supervision.
yeah, supervision and control, then I think it would be nice.
So, but what I think about is AIs currently, all of them, are basically just pattern recognition and sorting
Mm-hmm.
machines and algorithms. So they are not actually like they are not intelligent. They are
Yeah.
just very good at distinguishing the data and learning and recognizing and labeling basically the data. So they only work on data. And the thing about AIs nowadays is they are worthless without data, but the data has to be like translated for the AI to understand. So you can't just throw random raw data at it and then it won't be able to learn and predict from it, right? So you have to label it up. So basically, AIs nowadays are not like they're still amazing, but they're not anything extraordinarily new or I mean, they're quite useful, but they're not. I don't think currently they will change the world.
Well, not yet.
Not yet, yeah. But
Not
do you
yet,
think? What I'm trying to go with this is, what do you think about the future of AIs? Do you reckon maybe one day AIs will transcend, and maybe we'll be able to actually have their own intelligence and learn from unlabeled and raw data, and maybe one day they might even have consciousness? I'm just curious, what do you think about it?
I don't know.
I know it's hard to predict the future, but
yeah, maybe it will be possible.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe with quantum computing, this goal will be reachable. Well, of course.
But how would the quantum computer help AI? It's still about patterns.
Yeah, of course. But we are talking about the future that we can't predict.
Mm-hmm.
So quantum computing will change the whole IT. Will change computer cryptography, because all of your all of the passwords will be decrypted within seconds. If
well, not seconds, I don't think in seconds.
Well, not seconds, but I mean
maybe
very fast, very fast, and there are quantum computers now. I read an article about
Google has one.
Yeah, Google has a very good quantum computer that.
But it's only a few bits, so it's nowhere near actual. It's not useful at the moment. It's good for research purposes, but it's not actually useful in the real world.
Yeah, but we are talking about at the moment, and you said that what's the future? I think that's the future. That will have a huge impact on the future of IT.
Mm. Yeah.
And that's what.
And what do you think about, will AI be actually intelligent, actually intelligent, so they can look at data and then able to maybe generalize and create or recognize patterns without the labels, or use tools without, or maybe just learning once how to do it and then able to generalize how to use tools, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's maybe it won't be impossible. Well, if there will be AIs that can code themselves, program themselves.
That's scary, man.
That's very scary.
Yeah. Imagine as a human being able to change your DNA in real time, and actually, if I don't know how it will work, but maybe you could grow 2 more arms or whatever, or X-ray vision or something.
Well, that's what bioengineering are doing. Bioengineers, they already are playing with DNA.
Yeah. I don't think it's possible to change, make change in real time to, you can change your DNA, but I don't think it would change you. I don't think it's possible to change your DNA to have 1 more arm, and then I don't think it would grow out, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea. I have no idea about it, so I can't really talk about it. I don't know, but yeah, it sounds unbelievable. So
preposterous.
Yeah.
And do you think AI maybe one day will be conscious or self-aware? Like us humans, we are self-aware. We can, we understand we are a brain, and we have a limbic system and all that sort of stuff. And it's consciousness is so mysterious. You just don't know what it is. But maybe one day we will understand. And do you reckon maybe AI will achieve it one day?
Yeah, I think it's possible, because human human is built to develop, and human is built to always keep developing, and humans can't rest in one place. So no, but seriously,
Yeah,
like
true. Yeah, true. Yeah.
like the expansion of to the Americas, like back in the past,
Hmm.
like they wanted to explore, and then they went exploring. They went explored a whole new continent, a whole new world, and then they colonized it. And yeah, a lot of slavery, and but there were some bad side of it. But think about expedition to the Mars. Uh,
Oh yeah.
and expedition to space. It's all about it, the development of the mankind, and we just can't stop at one point saying that okay, we are full, we know everything, because that's not how our brain works. So if that's the case, then self-conscious AIs, I think, are possible, but not in the near future, of course. we
If they, let's say, become um like they actually become real in our lifetime, would you say you would be afraid of it if it gets out of hand?
Yeah, of course.
So let's say, because this is what I always think about, like there's like this is the new, not Cold War, but the new like space race,
Hmm.
where I think is like the AI has to be developed by the Chinese or by Europe or by the USA,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure there is a race, and I wonder, if they on purpose will get there. Like, let's say China has its AI and the USA has its AI, but because their relationship is um, not very good at the moment, I don't like their AI won't talk to each other, and they might set, like China might say or set one goal, USA might set another goal, and the AIs will have a conflict with each other. I mean that's possible because
Yeah.
they don't talk to each other. So I don't know what the future holds, but it's definitely, if it gets out of hand, I would be afraid of AI, especially because it's not conscious. If it would be conscious, it would be different. But because I don't think conscious AIs will be possible in the near future,
Hmm.
I think this is a huge um, like risk, and it's dangerous for the whole of mankind. It's the new atomic bomb, I think.
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
if not
Yeah.
handled carefully. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. But I think we talked about quite
Oh,
good stuff.
you want to leave now, then, are you? Want to bail on me? All right, hold on. Let me finish up by. All right, I don't want to keep. We've been doing it for 50 minutes, so I'm really grateful for. So thank you very much. I had a pleasure talking to you, and I'm starting a tradition, and it's about what are you grateful for. I would like to ask everyone, what are they grateful for? So I would like you to describe or like tell me about what are you grateful for.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my friends, for you, Bence, for inviting me to this podcast. I never done such a thing.
No, it's like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so clueless. Yeah,
No, I mean invited to a podcast and
yeah.
talk about. You are the
It's one of
the,
many.
the master of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful for that. I'm grateful for my girlfriend. She's a wonderful piece of human.
Piece of you. Shout out to your girlfriend.
Yeah, and I'm really grateful for my life. I'm happy, and I my life has just begun um, with a university, with a finish of my studies,
Hmm.
and I'm really looking for what my life would come up, and but
Hmm.
I'm going with it. I'm going
Hmm.
with the flow, and I'm
Hmm.
currently enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear.
Yeah.
I'm genuinely glad to hear. And just one more final question is, what do you think is the most important question to ask in the whole universe? So what do you think? What's the biggest problem humanity faces?
Well, the answer is 42.
Positive. Yeah, good answer. Good answer. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much for being here. I was grateful to have you on as a guest. I'm sure it's one of many. Yeah, and yeah, thank you. I'm sure it will be a lovely podcast, and people will listen to get to know you better. And thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you, Bence, for inviting me.
Yeah, no problem. All right, man. Thank you very much. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.